Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is History Comics, Rosa Parks and Claudette Colvin, Civil Rights Heroes. It's by Tracey, Baptiste, and Shauna J. Grant. Now, History Comics is a great line of graphic novels published by First Second that takes us through history. There's a lot of them that have been out. There was one about the Roanoke colony, which was really cool. I think that one kicked it off. The Challenger disaster. That one hit me. That was a nice emotional punch. National Parks was the history of it, Stonewall riots. It's just a really great way of, I would say, condensing and hitting the important points of major historical moments. So this one's really interesting because it opens up and educated me in something I thought I knew a lot about. We know Rosa Parks. We know about her I would say stand, but really it was sitting and refusal to go to the back of the bus, short version of it, helping to spark desegregation in busing and the Montgomery Bus Boycott. What I didn't know was Claudette Colvin had done it well before Rosa Parks. They actually wound up knowing each other through school at one point, but Claudette Colvin was, I hate to use the word pioneer, but she was one of the first people to be arrested and challenge this, and they attempted to take her case higher and higher to courts to end segregation. It's a really interesting graphic novel in that, one, it's got this history I had no idea about, but the other part of it is, it has some criticism for the civil rights movement and how they treated Claudette and others that were helping her. I don't know if we can say definitively the reasons why Claudette was brushed to the side and Rosa Parks was kind of raised up the way she was. There's some hints that colorism might have been about part of it. That she was too poor and couldn't afford to keep the case going. But I think what's really kind of interesting that I've noticed is that in both Claudette and Rosa Parks' cases, though they were the pioneers, they're the ones whose asses were on the line, who were the ones that really were charged and could see some major ramifications off of things. They were kind of pushed to the side by the men. Men took over and kind of started taking credit and making, giving the orders and organizing, and weren't listening to either of these people. In fact, it was kind of interesting is that the people that were originally helping Claudette, the people that were helping Claudette, were brushed to the side as well, even though they had been working and doing this fantastic work for years at that point. So it's really interesting, and I feel like there's parallels to today's various movements where you have people who were originally doing the movement, who were originally putting the groundwork and the strength and really busting their asses and getting things going, and others swoop in and take all the credit. It was fascinating to see. I mean, it's a bit of history I had no idea about. Like, I knew nothing about Claudette Colvin, so everything up to that point, you hear this Pollyannish version of history. I think the most realistic version of it that I've read was probably in John Lewis's March, but even that I don't think had all the details that this did. Since I think he came into things well after Claudette's case. So, to me, just very, very interesting and intriguing to see this perspective and this nugget of history that I had no idea. The art is good. It's I hate to say cartoonish, but or safe or whatever. Like there's nothing. It's good for kids. Let's go with that, and that's not a negative. I don't mean that as a negative in any way. This is really in the end a good line of books for people who are learning, kids especially. And you obviously don't necessarily want art that's going to scare the crap out of them. So I like the style. I think is really, really interesting, and I think gears towards the educational aspect of it. The other thing I really like is that it does a solid job of making people look different. It's the hairstyles, the skin color, everything. Like there's just a lot of different people, and it's very realistic in that way. Though a cartoonish style about it. I say the only negative is I think some of these have had further reading in the back. I mean, it's a pretty packed book. This one I don't, it doesn't have it. So like that's probably the only negative at all I would have about this. Like I'd love to see more, like, if interested, go find these books or go to this website, which will have more suggestions. Minor quip, but like, I think it's a helpful thing. Overall, very, very educational. I've learned a hell of a lot that I didn't know before, and feel even more educated about the Montgomery Bus boycott and everything that came from it. Just really solid graphic novel. Out now, you can go get this. It's going to be in comic shops. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code, and it'll tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have links where you can purchase your own copy. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage. By doing that, you'll support our site. So thank you. And I need to thank First Second for hooking us up with a review copy. We really appreciate it. And of course, thank you all for watching. If you're into graphic novels, comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, and TikTok, and Mastodon, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.